Hey, hey, hey. My friends are here. My friends are here. Hey, it's Terry Bontemps. Man, I'm telling you, oh shoot, I got these glasses on. You know I don't want to come in mine. Hey, I got some dark shades that I wear. Those are not shades, those are seeing glasses, right? But they got the right tint. Beautiful. I can't wear glasses with you guys. Although this black and white kind of works good. I can see good, but it's just certain things, okay? All right, so, man, it's been a great day. It's been one of my best. Let me go ahead and make some comments here. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's been my best. Hello, how are you? Who's on the line? Tell me who you are. Tell me where you're typing in from, because I was going to do a quick review and kind of put things together for this week, but I always tell people to get in early. And I've never once yet let y'all say something. So if you're on the line, it's Ladies' Day, Ladies' Night. We're getting into Ladies' Evening, okay? Type a question in. I'll promise I will answer it before I start. I'll make that promise. Okay? I'll just do a quick introduction and I'll let the viewers give me their question. All right, again, my name is Terry Bontemps, real simply. Hey, welcome to, again, another episode of Real Estate Real Talk. Real Estate Real Talk, the realest talk on real estate you're ever going to hear. Today, I had a young man that's in foreclosure in Texas. Hey, boy, if you weren't here earlier, you need to go back, find the one with this hat and this shirt. I should number the episodes. I might go back and do that. He's in foreclosure. He lost his job. He's behind in his payments, $4,000 to $5,000. Not a whole lot, really not a whole lot. And we talked. I talked to him like I talk to any homeowner that I meet that's in foreclosure. We had a real good conversation, and you get to hear us going back and forth. It's what I do. It's what I know how to do. I'm very comfortable talking to people in foreclosure. That is my expertise. I love it because I've lost 2 houses to foreclosure. Okay? So I understand what they're going through. And I always say this: bad things happen to good people all the time. Okay, bad things happen to good people all the time. Hey, again, today is Ladies' Night. Ladies' Day was earlier today, and I come in here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Friday again is Ladies' Day, but I'm going to be here for you guys. I'm going to be here through rain, sleet, snow, hail, because I don't quit. And I love this live stream environment. I actually had someone from Israel sign up for my coaching program. I had a few people from Canada. And I did have the UK, definitely the UK, a couple of people from the UK, excuse me, that were on this live, okay? Again, I believe this is my calling, you guys. It took me a while to step into this. I knew I was good at what I do, and I kind of fought it. I didn't want to come out and, really bring my expertise out. But this live streaming, oh man, that turned that camera on. I love talking about real estate. So this is my call. I take it serious. I keep it real. I keep it 100. I keep it 100. So if anybody's got any questions, come on now. Come on, say hello. Don't be bashful. Talked to a guy this week and he says, yeah, Terry, I've been following you for about 6 months. I just never say nothing. I said, come on, you ain't got to say nothing. Send me an emoji. Say hi. Tell me where you're from. Engage with me. All right. So there's three ways to do real estate without money and without your credit. Okay. One is called subject to. Subject to. Again, I don't want to make it hard. I will review subject to at some point. Okay. The second way is, let me make sure I got this right, wholesaling. Wholesaling. That's when you find a house, you tie it up, you flip it to someone. But you got to know that this house, for every dollar of our value, you got to offer 70 cents on it so you can make a profit. Okay, reviewing, You got 70 cents to make your offer. 10 cents is going to be the cost to sell it. Realtor, 6%. 4% is going to be entitled, escrow fees, garbage fees, this fee, that fee. They come up with a lot of them fees in the escrow, okay? And then there's 20%, which is your profit. So if I sold this house for $1, it was worth $1, I'd make an offer to the owner for 70 cents. 10 cents would go to pay the costs, and then 20% would be my profit. So I'd make 20 cents for every house that I buy. For every dollar of the value of the house, I make 20 cents. I make 20 cents for every dollar. That's 20% a profit margin. Okay, I don't want to get too deep. Hey, let me tell you guys this, real estate is math. And if you don't like math, real estate's not the place to be, because this is not guessing. Okay, this is not guessing. You guess, you risk losing your money, you risk losing maybe a partner's money, and that's not the way I operate. I operate precision. If you guys ever get a chance to go on my coaching program, you'll see, boy, I'll dissect the house in so many ways. I did it with a couple students a day, man. Woo! They was like, wow, Terry, you are deep. I am very deep. And the third way is called finding a money partner. I'm going to find a partner to put up that 80 cents. Okay, I'm sorry, the 70 cents. Okay, so on $1, if I find a money partner, I'm going to say money partner, put up 70 cents so we can buy this house, and then we're going to split the profits 50-50. So 70 cents out of the $1, we're going to sell it for $1. 70 cents goes to buy the property. 10 cents goes still to the escrow, the title, and the real estate agent. Then the 20 cents, we're going to split that 50-50. My person that brings the 70 cents will get 10%, and then I'll get 10%. So that's a no money down deal. This way right here is probably the way that's going to make you the most money. But it demands that you're very good at what you're doing. You got to be very good at convincing someone that they should invest with you. Because see, no one's going to invest with you. No one should invest with you unless you can tell them what their profit is. So for me, if I'm the person trying to find money for my real estate deals, if I'm looking for the money, I'm looking for the money. I should put it on the side, just make it easy, trying to just go high. Okay, I'm looking for the money. I say, look, I found a house. This house is worth $1. If you bring 70 cents, okay, we're going to buy it at 70% of the value. If you bring 70 cents, you bring the capital, the money to the deal. Okay, we're going to sell the property. It's going to be 10 cents to the realtor, and then 20 cents is going to be left over. 20 cents is going to be left over. So, money partner, you get 10 cents, Terry gets 10 cents. And then I will tell them what their return on investment is going to be. I have to sell this deal to someone. Okay, so again, that's what we've been talking about. Well, let's talk about what the bank gives you. The bank gives you 1, 2, 3%, right? Okay, so if someone has their money sitting in the bank, and you can show them that if they put up 70 cents, their 10 cents, okay, is going to give them a 10% ROI. I don't want to confuse you guys, but 10 cents is equivalent to a 10% ROI. So with this, if you do this deal with me, bring the money, you're going to earn 10% ROI in 10 cents. Okay? Again, this is how you got to understand real estate, you guys. You got to understand the math. And a lot of investors don't. You know what they do? They go find a house and they start guessing. Well, I think I'll offer 74 cents. But they don't know where the other money's going. Well, they didn't think about the 10% for the realtor and the closing costs. They didn't think about their profit. They just see money. Remember I said to you guys, if you're chasing money, that's not the right thing to do. Chasing money is not the right thing to do. All right, so you got to be able to tell them the percentage return they get. So I'm going to do a quick review before I call the person that's in foreclosure. So here we go. In order for you to build and have wealth, you have to know how wealth is built. Okay? If you are trying to build wealth, okay, if you're trying to make money, you got to know how it's built. It ain't a guess. You have to have some principles, some financial education in order to build wealth. Okay? Here's an example. You go to work. You work for a paycheck. You're working for money. Working for money is not a formula for building wealth. Okay? Real estate people, what we want, real estate investors, is we want to have this asset. And this asset, maybe a rental property, maybe an Airbnb, maybe an assisted living, and maybe you're a landlord. So if I have a mortgage payment, let's say the mortgage payment is $500. I just want to keep it real simple. I owe the bank $500 each and every month. Okay, I want passive cash flow. So if I can get $800 a month for rent, I'm putting $300 in my pocket each and every month. Okay, this property gets rented out every 30 days. That tenant is sending me a check, and I get $300 extra. That's passive cash flow. That kind of cash flow, again, is how you build wealth and how you make money when you sleep. Now, once I get that mortgage paid off, guess what? Then all $800 comes to me. So I'm not working every day to make that $800. That $800 comes to me in my sleep. It goes to my checking account, my savings account. Okay? That's how you accumulate wealth. Okay? And that's how investors have their investments pay their expenses. So let's say if I had a car payment of $300. I rented this house out, okay, for $800. $500 goes to pay the mortgage, the house payment. The other $300 comes to me. I pay my car with that. So the tenant actually pays my mortgage payment and pays for my car. So my investments pay for my expenses. Okay? Any questions? Come on out there. Any questions? Next. People work. They go to a job to get a paycheck. Let's say that paycheck's $1. They get $1. But with most people, they're living on 100% of what they make. So they make $1, they spend $1. They spend the $1, it's already spent before they get the check. Okay? Before they get the check. So that's living paycheck to paycheck. You go to work, you work for money, you get a check, and it's already spent. Okay? Some people are living on 200% of what they make because they're using credit cards. They're spending their weekly check and then they're paying interest to the credit card company. So they're upside down year after year after year, and they have to keep going to work. So they say, Terry, I have no money. How much money do you need to invest in real estate? And the reason they ask that question is because they have no money. Let's take the $1 again. That's the person that spends all their money, let's say on the far right. The person in the middle is someone that works at a job. They get a paycheck. They may live on 70% of their income. They may take 20% and save it. Then they may take 10% and invest it. So they're taking 70% to live on. They have extra. So they have money to invest. They have savings for a rainy day, an emergency. Okay, 20 cents again is saved, or 10% goes to investments. Or you can switch that. 20% can go to investments and 10% can go to savings. That's the person in the middle. Let's take the person on the far left. That's an investor. An investor buys and invests in real estate so that their income will pay for their expenses, so that they never have to go to work again. So you have, like my neighbor behind me, he has 7 properties, either 8, and he's getting $7,000 a month of income from his rental properties. He has no mortgage, so he has $7,000 coming in a month, no debt. His investments pay for his living and his expenses, but he doesn't have to go to work for it. He doesn't clock in. He sits at home every 30 days, 7,000. Every 30 days, 7,000. Every 30 days, 7,000. All right. I talked about the ROI formula. In order to learn if your investment's a good investment, you need to know what the ROI is, okay? And I told you that's profit divided by investment times 100. You take your monthly payment times 12, divided by investment, times 100, okay? I'm just gonna review real quick. Boom, boom. Where's my second one? I think I'm missing one. Yep, we're gonna skip right by it. All right, this one here. My students, these are our returns on investment. I just wanted to see the one that's really high. That was one of my students. Okay, she invested $9,000. She got $400,000 back. I want you guys to do the math. Her ROI was 4,444% ROI. Look at your bank, 1, 2, or 3. She knows how to find great deals, okay? Only took $9,000. Now the 1,090% ROI, that's my student that did the $1.2 million in 1 hour. He invested $110,000. The value was 1.3, his profit 1.2 million. We're talking about return on investment. That's an important key performance indicator that you guys must know. We talked about, okay, what the bank is giving you. By sitting your money in the bank, they're giving you 1, 2, and 3%. And they're going to take your money, and then they're going to take your money and they're going to put it into a mortgage that they give to someone. And this mortgage that someone gets, let's say they borrow $100,000, by the time they pay it back, they're going to pay the bank back about $100,000 to $150,000 of profit. So when you buy a house for $100,000, you're going to pay back $200,000 to $250,000. That's how the bank profits. The bank borrows money, gives you 1, 2, or 3. They end up making $200,000 to $250,000 for every house on your block, in your neighborhood, in the city you live in the state you in the world that you live in, for people that finance. That's why they have those big buildings. We talked about McDonald's. Okay, when McDonald's sells a fish sandwich for $1, okay, they sell a fish sandwich for $1. It costs McDonald's 80 cents. That's their investment. So when they sell it for $1, they make 20 cents. That's McDonald's profit, 20 cents. For every 80 cents, they're going to make 20 cents. So McDonald's sells a fish sandwich for $1. They sell 1 million of them a day. They push a button. McDonald's multiplies 1 million sandwiches by 0.20% profit. McDonald's knows every cost of every detail of every spick and thing in that McDonald's restaurant. That's why it's McDonald's. That's why it's valuable. But their ROI for that fish sandwich, they're going to make 25%. Okay, just selling sandwiches. So McDonald's is a business, but they do operate, okay, with this same model. What do I need to invest? What do I need to sell it for? What is my profit? What is my return on my investment? That's business. Real estate is the same way. Okay, I talked about a bank. They had a loan on a property. They had the mortgage note in the paper. Okay, they loaned $35,000 with a $454.42 monthly payment. So what's the bank's ROI? And that ROI was 14.75 or 15%. You do the math, put it in your calculator so you can get educated and smart about real estate. If you invest in real estate, if you're a real estate investor, you need to tell me what is the return on your money. If you can't tell me what the return on your money is, that means you don't know what you're doing. You don't know your numbers. You're just out there guessing. And that's the wrong way to do real estate. And people think they can get away with that. And then when they lose money or something goes wrong, they're like, what happened? Well, what happened? You guessed. This ain't a guessing game. This is a professional business that you got to go to school and understand something about. That's why we go to seminars to learn this stuff. McDonald's, if you're going to go to McDonald's, you're going to open up a McDonald's, McDonald's just don't let you go out there and open it up and try to sell a fish sandwich the way you want. They tell you exactly all the minutia, all the details, all the step-by-step instructions. They got some big old operations manual, okay, that you must abide by. You got to put the yellow arches out. Hey, when they come in, can I help you? Would you like to supersize that to a Coke and a Happy Meal deal? That's precise business. Every business should operate that way, but every business don't. Your house buying business, Your investing business should be the same. If you can't tell me what your ROI is when you invest, please don't do it. Don't give anybody your money to invest, because if you don't know how to calculate ROI, you're going to be in trouble. Okay? Now remember, I bought that from the bank for $10,000. I'm still getting the $454.42 payments. So what is my ROI? My ROI is 54%. I'm making 54% on my money because I know what I'm doing. I ain't guessing. I know when I went in and tried to buy this for $10,000, I knew right off the top my ROI is 54%. So the bank says, hey Terry, we want to sell this to you. We want to sell this to you. I said, okay, no problem. I said, how much money? How much ROI do you want to make, Terry? I said, I want to make 54%. 54% equates to me making an offer of $10,000. The bank accepted. I invested $10,000. The first year, I get $454.42 times 12. That equals $5,453. Okay, I get half my money back in the first year. In 2 years, it's going to take me 22 months to get my money back. Ooh-wee, Terry, come on now. Don't do that to him. Don't hurt him, Hammer. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him, Hammer. Okay, if y'all know who MC Hammer is. Okay. I know before I make my offer, hey, I want to make 54%. I want to get $5,400 back the first year, half my investment, and I know it's going to take me 22 months to get my money back. Come on, you guys. You see here the way I talk? It's precision. And that's what I need you to teach you. That's what my 2 by 8 by 100 is. 2 calls a week, 8 calls a month, 100 calls in a year. You need to be on this phone with me so I can walk you through this step by step by step so you can get smart, so you can make some great investments, okay? That way you can protect your money also so you don't lose it. So again, hey, guess what? I need a money partner. This is you guys. This is you guys right now. Let's say the bank has this for sale. So you decide, okay, Terry taught me something. Yeah, Terry taught me something. Terry taught me if I buy it for 10 grand, I'm going to get a 54% return and I'm going to make $5,400 first year. Second year, I got my money back and it takes me 22 months to get my money. But Terry, I ain't got no money. Well, guess what? If you learn how to present yourself the way I do, you say, hey, I need a money partner. I need someone to put up to $10,000 and we're going to split that 50-50. You put up the money, you out there, you put up the money, and you're going to split it with me 50-50. So you take half of $454.42, that's what you get, okay? And I get the other half, right? All right, so here's what we do next. So what does that look like for you and me? 10,000 split 50-50, right? I get $227.21, you get $227.21. So I need to tell you with that $227.21 what your ROI is, and your ROI is 27%. Guys and girls, ladies, men, kids, whoever's watching me, if you loan me $10,000 so I can do this real estate deal, I would not loan it to you, but I got to speak like that. You invest in this. You secure your money. You just don't give it to me so I don't run off. You invest wisely. If you invest $10,000 into this house, you'll get $227.21. I'll get $227.21. You will earn a 27% ROI for investing with me, right? Okay, that's the way it goes. Now, here's a sweet thing. What are you getting on your money now? What return ROI are you getting on your money now? Well, Terry, my money's in the bank getting 1, 2, or 3. But I come along and I say, hey, I'm really good at real estate. If you put the money up, I can get you a 27% ROI. That's the presentation I give, okay? That's not all of it. I'm just giving you guys just the overview of what we've done. But let's say your partner says, you know what? That 27%, I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give them a 38% return now. So what did I do? I took the monthly payment of $454.42. I multiplied it by 70%. What that means is that $454.42, I took 70% of it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give you guys, you that loaned me, that invested 10, I'm going to give you 70% of the deal. I get 30%. So that 70% equates to now you're getting $318.09, okay, for you. And then I get a small portion, which is $136. I couldn't remember all this, so I had to write something on the back, you guys. That's a whole lot of numbers, a whole lot of rhyming. So I get $136.32. I know that's not a whole lot of money, but it's just a simple version of what I do. Add zeros to everything. This could be a 100,000. Okay, it could be 100, and it could be 10 million. It could be 100 million. It's all relevant. It all works the same. You just add zeros. So that's a quick overview of what we've worked on. This is what I've taught you guys about the money 50-50 split. Okay, so I've overviewed it. Go back, study it, and review it. Next week, I'm going to teach you another part of how to do real estate without cash and credit. Excuse me, how to do real estate and cash credit. Again, this is a 50-50 split, you guys. Okay, I did a 70-30 split right on the end. I didn't do 50-50. I said, hey, look, I won't give you 50-50, but how about if I give you 70 and I take 30? The numbers can be worked any way you want, as long as you understand them and you know what you're doing. All right, so is there anybody got any questions? Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call a owner that's in foreclosure. He called me this morning. He called me about 6 o'clock this morning, and I was up at 5. I made a quick short video, ironing my shirt. He says, hey, I'd like to talk to you. I got a problem. I've been watching you for 24 hours, and then I seen you talk about Texas, where I live at, so I decided to call you. I'm in foreclosure. And I'm trying to keep my home. So you guys get to hear me talk personally. Hey, Kayla Hunter. We're going to extend this conversation. I'm going to have him overview it, and then we're going to talk about what he's decided to do from me talking with him. Now, if you're not in my coaching program, here's the beauty of this. I will talk to these owners in foreclosure for you. Okay? You will listen to me on the phone, and after we hang up, you will be able to ask me questions. Terry, why did you do this? How does that work? Okay? No, just listening, Lucy. All right. I'm glad you guys are back, Lucy, because guess what? When you hear me do it and I tell you about it, you start to have some belief. Lucy, you can get those, I don't know what you're looking for, but for those women, you can find a place. It just take practice. Keep doing it. And one day, the right property will pop up. Okay? But for me, I coach. I help you. But I can't go to Idaho and find one for you. Yes, I got some serious money you got to pay me, Lucy. That's like a $100,000 coaching program. But don't get me wrong. If Lucy wants to pay me $100,000 to go find what she wants, Terry Bontemps going to hit that. You know, I'm going to put my mask on. Lucy, I'm going to put my mask on for you, girl. All right. Let's have a talk with Mr. Chris. Yes, sir. You got to stop the. Hey, Chris.
Jerry, how are you, sir?
I am doing fine. I got a few people from that earlier group that come back. They want more. They want to hear part 2. We want more. We want more. We want more. So, Chris, if you could speak up loud to where you're comfortable, because the earlier one, it was good, but I want to make sure we get this really good because part 2 is going to be even better. So how you doing, man?
Doing the best that I can, there.
Okay. How do you feel? And there's emotions always everywhere. Do you feel some relief, some comfort from our conversation?
Definitely. I feel like when you're in my position, knowledge will help you sleep. You know, it was a wealth of knowledge talking to you. I mean, I don't even think we scratched the surface of what I could possibly learn, but, you know, I'm hoping. And I'm looking forward to learning more, and it's going to, you know, take a lot of the anxiety away. So I look forward to it.
Yeah, I tell my listeners, my viewers, there's a lot of financial anxiety out there. I mean, I'm sorry, there's a lot of anxiety, period, because we never been through this, and people aren't prepared. Some of you watching, you ain't prepared. Be honest with me. I know I'm prepared. Here's why I'm prepared. I don't have no debt. I'm 61. I went through 9/11 bombings. I went through the Great Recession in 2008, and now COVID. And what has saved me from losing is I had no debt. I didn't owe no banks, no money on my real estate. I don't have no credit card debt, no student loans, none of that. So they're not in my pockets. I'm not obligated to pay them every month. And something like COVID pops up and you're like, whoa, I didn't save nearly enough. I didn't invest nearly enough. And this stuff is getting kind of crazy. Chris, where do you want to start? Why don't you start with the story of how you came about, and you just go on and on and on, and I'll break in.
I'll do the best I can. I was in the industry for 20 years almost. I was doing very well. Right before COVID hit, we were getting bought out by another company. It seemed promising. Seemed like there was going to be some positive changes. When COVID hit, I guess they've gotten cold feet.
Okay, we lost them, you guys. Hang in there. I'll call it right back. And if you guys can just tell me, hey, Terry, the volume is okay, because I'm getting ready to cut that pool water off. I got a little noise there, but if you guys can just tell me, the chat room, everything's good. Little technical issues here. Let's come on down. Can't be. Oh, there we go. All right, we got cut off. Go ahead and continue.
I don't know where I left off at, to be honest with you.
You got laid off. COVID.
Okay. So when COVID hit, a lot of people got furloughed, and as people got furloughed, the company that was purchasing our company, they decided they got cold feet and they pulled out of the whole deal. So people went from being furloughed to just not having anything to go back to. So, at that particular time, I was kind of in the same boat. I was debt free, but I had, plenty of credit, and I had a revolving line of credit, credit card, things of that nature. But as time continued to go without, a large wealth of savings to depend on, you started using every olive branch that you have, and to the point to where you could no longer make, your the other, and your debt, starts to accumulate, and that's kind of where I'm at now.
Okay, Chris, hold 1 second. Okay, for all the viewers here, Chris, are you comfortable talking to me?
I said I was more comfortable now, definitely, than I was before.
Okay, you had some hesitation before, right? Which everybody has. So what I'm trying to tell you guys that are watching, they want to talk to you, but you gotta come in calm, and you gotta come in with respect for their situation. You can't come in talking down to them, or you want to buy their house, because they're protecting what's theirs. So if you're watching, you're saying, Terry, ain't nobody gonna talk to me in foreclosure. Oh yes, they will, especially if you got a solution for them. So Chris had to decide, look, I've seen what's happening so far. I haven't made no progress. Well, here's this guy, Terry Bontemps. I'm looking at him. I'm going to take a fly and see if he's the guy. And so we got on the phone and started talking. Boom. Now he's comfortable. All right, Chris, could you tell us a little details about your house, your situation with the bank and everything, so they can get a good idea of what you're going through?
Well, just like many others, I was able to use the forbearance solutions that they provide to everybody. That has run its course, and now that it's coming to the end. And an interesting tidbit about that is the original lender that my mortgage was with. During this time, they were able to sell. They sold my note and thousands of other ones to another lender. So now, my note has been sold to another company, and this company they are ending the forbearance as of the end of August. So, whatever I was offered before through whatever, through the other big banks that I was with, it's no longer being, it's no longer being exercised now.
So there's a loop. Something's been thrown in there that you got to find the answers to, and it's always hard finding the answers. I wish people would just talk straight. I mean, that language they talking, like, what the hell are you talking about? Talk English, Just give it to me straight.
Right.
All right. So your monthly payment on your house is what?
Roughly $12.75.
All right. So if you're a viewer and you're watching right now, if Chris wanted to walk away from his house, you could make that $12.75 payment and send it to the bank, and you could own Chris's house if he wanted to walk away. So I've told you guys and talked to you about, if you're renting, you can own a house regardless of your credit or your money. Chris don't want his house. Chris will sign it over to you. You just make the payments and you can sell the house. So quit renting. Start owning. Okay? Because all that money you give to your landlord, that's 100% interest loan. 100% of the money you give to your landlord is never coming back. $2,000 a month that you're paying in rent, that's $24,000 a year. 10 years, that's over almost $250,000, $250,000 you pay to your landlord to make your landlord rich that you'll never get back. That's called 100% interest only loan. And I know a lot of you would say, Terry, I never pay 100% interest only. If you're renting, you are paying 100% interest only. I'm not talking down to you. I'm just trying to educate you. I'm trying to give you the numbers so you can get pissed off at yourself. What? Damn, I ain't paying no 100%, Terry. Ain't net. Yes, I am paying 100%, Terry. Shit. Damn, I never looked at it that way. It's time to make a move. And right now during COVID is a good time. There's a lot of opportunities. All right, Chris, the value of your property, what you owe, please.
Again, I'm only giving kind of a roundabout figure. The value of my property is probably estimated somewhere around $300,000, and I owe about $140,000 to the bank.
Okay. So again, for you guys watching, my two questions. Kayla, come on now. My two questions. I'm gonna have to do it because Facebook is slow. I'm gonna ask you some questions, Chris, because I've trained these guys this way, and I'm training you too at the same time. So you get this. You meet somebody. You find somebody that's got some difficulties. Okay. The question you need to ask them is, and I'm asking you, Chris, like I don't know you. Do you have any real estate? What would you respond with?
Yes, I do.
And then what are you going to do with it?
Well, I'm going to keep it.
Okay. So he's a keeper. Now, if he would have said, I just don't know, I'd probably say, well, you know what? I'd like to have it. And Chris, if I said, hey, I'd like to have it. Now, I wouldn't do that with the keep your home, okay? But I'm just going to ask Chris, I'd like to have your house.
Okay.
And Chris is going to probably cuss me out or really get pissed off at me. But I'm just trying to show you guys, this is how easy it is. You just have to say some words, be quiet. Chris, do you have any real estate?
Yes, I do.
What are you going to do with it?
Depends on how much you offer.
Okay. Now, I want you to be you. You ain't giving up that house, Chris. So go ahead and blow me off.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I like to have.
I'm not interested.
Okay. Now, if he was kind of borderline, not that he wants to keep it, hey, Chris, I'd like to have your house. And at that point, Chris is going to say, well, okay, if I sell it, what kind of price would you offer me? Or, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave the property. But you see, it's that easy. There has to be a communication, and the owner will tell you what they're going to do. Now, Chris, since that time, we've talked this morning on the phone. How long do you think we talked on the phone today?
I mean, a few minutes here and there.
A few minutes, man. I took you through that game. That was more than a few minutes.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about initially.
All day.
We initially for about a few minutes, and then you called me later and we went through the game. We were on the phone for about a good half hour.
Okay, I think it's more like an hour because you first called me this morning. Hey, no, well, maybe not. Maybe you're right. A little less than an hour because you said, hey, I got something to tell you. And I said, hey, man, I got a live call I got to do. And then I got out here and I didn't have time. And so, yeah, somewhere up in there, you guys. But, you know, we've talked to each other how many times a day? Can you tell these guys how many times we talk, roughly?
We probably talked about maybe 4 or 5.
Oh, one more time. Chris?
I'm sorry?
How many times did we talk? We missed that.
I said we spoke today about 4 or 5 times today.
Look, I've talked to him 4 or 5 times today. Do you believe he doesn't want to talk to me? If he didn't want to talk to me, he wouldn't be talking to me 4 or 5 times. He's interested in what I got to say because he's got more to gain. If he doesn't like what I say, oh, that's okay. It's his choice, but I'll move on to the next person. Now, Chris, I've given you some options. I said, hey, Chris, these are all the things that can happen. If you don't do anything to save your problem, it's going to go to the foreclosure sale. Now, Chris, do you want to list your house with a realtor to sell it?
No, I do not.
One more time, Chris, a little bit louder.
No, I do not. No.
Chris, I think you should get a realtor and sell your house. I'm a realtor. I want to sell your house. Is that what you want?
No, I do not.
Viewers, y'all let realtors get all the money. The realtors have got they don't have a monopoly, but it seems to be a monopoly. The only way most of you know about selling a house is let the realtor come put a sign in the front yard. That's why there's so many realtors in the world. They're, what is it, a dime a dozen, they say? I don't even know if that's the right way to put it. All these realtors, all they do is put a sign in the front yard. Why don't you go to Chris, find Chris, and Chris will tell you, I don't want to deal with a realtor. So boom, well, who are they going to deal with? You, as an investor. Go find Chris's. Chris's will come to you if you say it and make videos. He'll come to you, call you, like he called me. He don't want to deal with a realtor. You can't force him to deal with a realtor. He's his own mind, his own man. He don't want to deal with a realtor. That's your business. Now, I'm an individual, I'm an investor. He's talking to me freely. I don't have no license. I got a driver's license. I don't compete, you guys. I don't compete. I dominate. I'm not trying to compete with realtors. Again, I have nothing against realtors. Y'all know that. But I try to dominate realtors. I dominate realtors by what I'm doing right now. I'm letting the world know what I do and how I do it. And I'm getting my piece of the action. Some of that money out there that's floating around in real estate, that money got my name on it. Y'all need to get some of that real estate money. Just get a little bit. There's enough for all of us. Put some of that money, put your name on some of that money. All right, Chris, so I told you if you go and do nothing, it's going to go to foreclosure. You said, hey, you know what, Terry? I'm going to stick this thing out to the total end. If that is what happened, that's what happened. Why do you feel that way? You told me something about your kids in the house. This is his why. This is why he's holding on so strong to that house, looking for solutions. Here's what really has got his heart. Tell us about that, Chris.
Well, even though this is not my first home, this is the first home that I would raise my children in. And, I still have, a young son who was, this was his first house. He's still with me, 10 years old. My oldest is 21, is in college and comes back to this house. And I look to one day trying to get over my situation and purchase other homes or maybe purchase a home for them, God willing. But, when my youngest gets old enough and leaves, I would probably be in a situation to downsize to a smaller home. So, this house that I'm in right now is perfect for me. So, I understand that, sometimes real estate's not going to love you back and all this and that. But, I just look at my situation and I think, for me to walk away from my home and be put back in the same situation in the new, whatever the tax bracket may be or whatever location I'm going through, and the closing process or the market and where exactly possibly be at that particular point post-COVID, why not fight for the home that I'm in now? While there's so many different individuals out there right now who are renting and don't have a home.
And your monthly payment is really nice. Hey, viewers, look at this. You got to get this right here. I'm getting ready to drop a nugget on you. If I put a sign up, Chris, and you went down the road, and my sign said, we can help you keep your home, and then there was a sign that said, we buy houses, which sign would you call?
We can help you keep your home, no doubt.
Okay, one more time. A little bit louder, brother.
we can help you keep your home would be the one that I would call.
The We Buy Houses people don't know nothing about this, you guys. They don't know nothing about what I'm doing right now. So what do all the house buying people do? It's always we buy houses, we buy houses, we buy houses, we buy houses. It's oversaturated. It's like realtors. They're everywhere. But guess what? My little sign, I'm not competing, I'm dominating. See, I'm very cerebral. I'm very strategic. I ain't trying to compete. I'm trying to dominate. So I put up a sign opposite. I do what opposite of what most people do. So he sees my sign. Chris, if there's a commercial, if these guys put on a video in your neighborhood and you've seen it on social media or TV and it says, hey, my name is Kayla Hunter. This is a tough time for people because of COVID. My company, Kayla Hunter Enterprises, helps homeowners in foreclosure keep their home. We'd like to have a talk with you to see if we can help you. 555-555-5555. And then here comes the We Buy Houses. We buy houses everywhere. We pay all cash, quick close, 24 hours. You ain't got to do nothing. Just walk away and leave. Chris, which commercial would you call?
Yeah, definitely the one about keeping your home.
So Chris, we already talked about it earlier. You think you're going to market. Chris, tell them what you're going to do to save your house from foreclosure. What have you decided to do?
Well, I mean, I don't know how soundproof the plan is, but the plan is to seek out people who are in the same type of position that I'm in. So to let them know that there is other options out there, and use that as a pull to have people come to me, so I can provide them with the same information that you provided me, and then from there we can decide what the best option for them could be. It might not. It might be to walk away from their home. It might be to sell their home. But then they might want to keep their home, and we can go on that option as well.
So it sounds like you're going to do what I'm trying to get the viewers to do. The viewers have been watching me for a long, long time. I've spent 5 calls with Chris, and he's already made the decision to become a what, Chris?
A buyer.
Okay, a real estate investor?
Real estate investor, yes, sir.
You decided to be a real estate investor, and who's your mentor and coach, Chris?
None other than Terry Bontemps.
All right, hold on one second. I didn't even hear that. I got to wait and clean my ears. Who's your coach and mentor, Chris?
Terry Bontemps.
What's my phone number, Chris? 916-470-3869. Chris is now in my coaching program. I've talked to him 5 times in one day. 5 times in one day. And some of you, I'm pointing at you right now, some of you haven't called me and said, Terry, I want you to talk to me 2 times a week, 8 times a month, 100 times a year, because you got something that's going to make me wealthy, make me some money, make my kids' future bright. I can pay cash for my house. I can pay cash for a car. I can pay cash for my next vacation. I can pay cash to send my kids to college education. But nope, you haven't done that. One day you're going to call and it's going to be too late. And I said, I'm full. I doubled my price and you got to be on a waiting list. But that's up to you guys. Chris, I'm selling them right now. But Chris is in my coaching program, and what we decided to do, he kind of brought it up. Hey, Terry, if I can go out here and do some real estate and make some money, I can get caught up on my payments. I can make enough money to where maybe I ain't got to go get a job. I can spend quality time with my boys, because that's something that I think Chris has enjoyed right now. He can be thankful for COVID because he can spend more quality time with his boys. Chris, ain't that right?
That's been the only upside. I think not just me, but for a lot of people, that a lot of people have been able to find a lot more closeness with their kids and their family. So, I mean, that has been an upside.
Yes, yes. So Chris is becoming an investor. We already had his first lesson, his first call. Chris, why don't you tell these guys what we went through on your first coaching call? What did I teach you?
Well, you taught me the difference between wholesale maximum allowable offer and the formula that goes along with that. We talked about the pitch. We talked about a cash buyer's formula. We covered quite a few things, plus the app as well.
Okay, and tell them about the app. my own game that I developed called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire in the App Store and the Google Play Store. It's like Monopoly. It's my world that I've lived in as a real estate investor. It's my world I'm going to teach you that you're going to live in. So I have a business simulator that I train you on, a mobile app. Okay?
Yeah, it's pretty in depth. I mean, believe it or not, it kind of takes away from if I call it a game, because I know it was set up that way on purpose, but once you get in there, you see all of the specific rules that are laid out for you to learn. So that was nice to look at.
Thank you. I've got 2 mobile apps. Okay, I told you guys I'm cerebral and strategic. If you ain't serious about what you're doing, I don't think you develop a mobile app. I'm serious. I know I'm going to have some students, and here's why the mobile app's going to really go nice. One day, you guys, I'm going to be so big where lots and lots of people, let's say 100 people at one time, are watching me. Okay, and they all want to do real estate at one time. I can train them all with that mobile app at one time. 100 people, 1,000 people, 1 million people, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 20 million, 100 million people with just that software. I ain't got to leave my house, but I can teach them how to do real estate. Chris, I taught him one-on-one. What I'm working on is teaching many to one, millions to one. All right, Chris, so next, anything you want to discuss? I think we kind of went around everything. I appreciate you. Anything that you can kind of help these guys with, how you feel, anything that you can think of?
No, all I can say is, anybody that was around before I came on to talk, it probably has a better understanding of what they wanted to do before I woke up this morning. So, if I can take the initiative and say that I'm going to go ahead and give it a try, then I believe that the rest of everybody else is probably further ahead of the game than I am. All they got to do is just, put one foot in front of the other. So,
called taking action, you guys. You got to take the action. All right, let me ask you guys a question. Chris, I think that does it. I can't think of nothing else, man, but I really appreciate you, and I feel like I know you already, man. I feel like we've been knowing each other for a while because we got kind of like the same spirit, same thought process. I'm looking forward, and I'll tell you what, you guys, when this dude makes it, when he makes it, I'm going to make a video, right? I'm going to make a video, and he's going to confirm that what I'm teaching works, okay? It already works because he contacted me because of what I say, but now we're going to try to get him out of his situation. So maybe one day he pays cash, pays off his house, woo-wee, then buys more houses. And he says, Terry, whatever happened to the world I used to live in? You ain't going to understand that, Chris, because I already talked to these guys. And I said, look, you're going to work day in and day out, months and years, and at one time, you're going to look up and go, man, whatever happened to the world I used to live in? Whatever happened to that day, Terry? You remember that day I called you? I said, yeah, Chris, I know. He says, Terry, man, I have come a long ways. No longer do I need to go to a job because I understand that a job is not security. It's just a check. You helped me get to security. My kids' college education is paid for because of real estate. You told me, Terry, why not let real estate pay for everything you want out of life? Chris, let real estate pay for everything you want out of life. Go out here, get some deals done, work with people. All of a sudden, you got some money. Boy, it's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming. You're making money. And wow, hey, Terry, I done paid for my kids' college education. I paid my house off. Terry, I heard you say you didn't have no debt on your real estate. I did the same thing because I heard you do it. If it's good for you, it's good for me. I don't have no automobile debt. I ain't got no student loan debt. I got 6 figures in the bank. I sleep good at night, Terry. Woo-wee. Chris, thank you. We got our next call on Monday. Chris, I got a call with Chris on Monday. I already told him, look, fly through this stuff, get it down. Monday, I'm going to talk to you again. And I hope he goes. Pardon me?
I appreciate everything so far.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you even more, Chris, because you're elevating me. I love helping people, and you one of the guys that I said, okay, I'm going to take him on. Thank you, sir. Have a good weekend. Let's talk on Monday. And I can't wait for you to get your first deal so I can come on here with you again. And these same people going to be looking at me when they should be doing what Chris getting ready to take action. See, I'm educating him. He's going to take the action to get the results. Education, action, results. That's what I teach him, Chris. And I'm just reinforcing. Dang, he already said that again about 4 classes ago. Now he's saying it again. He talked about real estate should pay everything that you want out of life. He's saying it again. Have a good one, Chris. Bye.
You sir.
All right, bye-bye. Well, you guys, man, what a day. I couldn't be any happier about life. This is my world right here. I'm in my world. You know, I could just sit back and smile, you guys. Okay? People want your help. They're looking for you. Y'all got to figure out if it's going to be real estate. You're going to try to figure it out on your own. I lost $25,000 on one deal. I made a mistake, and I knew what that mistake was. I didn't follow what I should have. I lost $25,000 on one deal. I just lost $25,000 on the coaching program last year. This is what I wanted to do right here. And I went to a studio, an upscale studio, top of the line equipment. I walked in and I said, oh my gosh. I went and watched some shows that they put on. Oh my gosh. I said, look, I want you guys to do this for me. I'm gonna sit up on a stage and I want to talk real estate. I want that stage to look pretty. I want to be in living color with the best cameras, and I want to talk real estate. The lady says, we can do that. I want to be your agent. I'm going to go out and we're going to cut these little videos up that you're doing right now, Terry. We're going to try to sell episodes to Netflix, Hulu, Showtime, and OWN. I said, oh, let's do this. Elevate me. I paid $25,000 to start, and then I paid one payment of $2,500. That lady took my money. I went up there and said, hey, look, you haven't done anything for me. And she says, hey, give me more money. I ain't give you no more money. I said, I'm asking you nicely to get my money back. She's up at that business right now. And that's bold. She's just stole, I've done research, she stole $100,000 from business owners like me. But they didn't do anything. I said, guess what? You done met your match, baby. I got me a lawyer. Okay? We done already served her. She didn't answer. Now look, she took $27,000 of my money. I got a lawyer. We served her. She didn't answer. So now we got the default judgment in, which automatically says that, hey, look, we got her for fraud, breach of contract, and there's another type of fraud. She didn't answer that. So when I get the default judgment, they're going to say, hey, look, okay, you're going to get your $27,000. You got to get it out of her, but she owes you $27,000, but she also now owes you more because of damages and all this stuff. So I win. Once I get that, I'm going to social media. I'm going to the TV stations. I'm going to let them know that place up there is a place of crime. And that lady's still in there doing the same thing. And what I did this for was to warn the next person. Be careful with your money, because they've already stole $100,000. They stole $27,000 of my money. I've got a lawsuit in the county of Los Angeles. Here is the court case number where I've won the case and proven that they're frauds, they're thieves. Oh, she gonna get a run. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna always be talking about how crooked this place is until they shut it down. Now I've lost $50,000. That had nothing to do with real estate, but the 25 I did lost real estate. So again, I've already been through School of Hard Knocks. You guys, okay? Again, I'll tell you, I'm on my way. Kayla Hunter, you got access to me now, but Terry Bontemps is trying to elevate to where I can get a whole bunch of people in this program. And then after that, see, I'm good financially. I do real estate because I like it, but I don't want to be one of these coaches on the phone all day, every day, answering the students. Well, I'll tell you what, students wear you out. They wear you out. So I'm giving fair notice, you guys. Train's leaving the station. Terry Bontemps has found the venue, the platform that I need to elevate myself. I'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And pretty soon, hey, do you know that guy Terry Bontemps? That guy Terry Bontemps, he's over there on Facebook. Hey, Terry, we want you back, coach. Get rid of execution with the judgment, attach a lien to her property. Oh yeah, that's it. Definitely. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, I have to get a company to do that. And Kayla, if you know a company, please let me know. We're gonna get her in front of the judge, and the judge is gonna say, okay, where's your assets? My bank is over here at Bank of America. So guess what? Boom. Anything that comes in, Boom, goes to Terry Bontemps. Oh, I'm going all out on her. Terry don't play. Terry got a lot of dog and fight in him. But she thought she could go, okay, I'll take your money and let's see what you do. Oh yeah, garnish the wages. I know where she works at. Okay, so these things happen. But see, if you got some extra money, you guys, let me tell you this: if you got some of this, you got some of this stuff, that green stuff, you can hire a lawyer. You can fight for your rights. She thought Terry Bontemps was just some chump that ain't have no money. See, a person that steals money like that directly from you, that person's evil. Bad things could happen to that woman for doing that. Come on. You took $27,000 from somebody and then you look at them like you ain't done nothing. Bad thing. I've never been in the wrong state of mind. But what I'm saying is, you get angry enough, that money is important to your family. You could do bad things to her. No, baby, I ain't playing that game. I said, I'm going to lawyer up on you. You watch what I do. I'm going to make your name suffer for the rest of your life. You got the money, but guess what? The money in the future, when somebody goes to the internet and types in your name, fraud, breach of contract, fraud, lawsuit, garnish wages, boom. All right, you done. Deuces. But you guys got to get some money. Got to get some money. Get that money. All right. Man, y'all have a great weekend. Y'all have a great weekend. I appreciate you guys being here. Just letting me just talk. I wish there was a way that I could answer your questions. Facebook is so slow. I'm so far behind. When I hang up, I'll see like 10, 15 messages. But I like the format. You guys have my phone number, right? So if you really want to ask some questions about me and what I do, you can call me. I'm going to enjoy myself this weekend and relax. I mean, this live streaming, boy, it's strenuous. Preparing, getting ready, make sure everything works right, getting up early. I got papers everywhere. You guys can't see it. Hey, y'all have a good weekend. I look forward to seeing you next week. Hopefully we start getting some deals and you guys start seeing some checks and success. But I hope it's your checks, your money, your name on it. Y'all know where I'm at. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for joining for Ladies Night. Oh, yes.